All right, thought we had another good day out there this morning. Like I said yesterday, this was a little more in-season type schedule as far as timing. As far as our schedule routine goes, this would be a little more like a Friday before a regular Sunday game. So that's the way we tried to kind of treat it and get the guys in that mode. This season, obviously, there won't be a lot of choices as far as the pads go, but one of the key things, that I've been talking to our guys about is the ability to be able to go from pads into the shells like we were today and have productive practices. It's going to be very important, I think, to our team's success. So, overall, I thought today, we've been in shells a few times here lately, but I thought they did a good job. Overall, as this thing's winding down, heading into this last game, I feel like we had a good idea of how we wanted to do things through training camp and through the first 3 preseason games, as far as during the week and in the games, as far as practice, meetings, and our strength and conditioning program. I feel like we've been able to stay on course as far as that all goes, and I believe that'll carry into this game in our preparation for September 11th and the regular season. So feel good about that. This was a big day today, and then I think Thursday night will be a big night for our team as far as one of the last real chances to see a bunch of things that we need to see in a bunch of different areas to feel like we're ready to make the decisions we have to make and to be ready to go.
The facts that your ones got more work again in practice today, and the fact you were working off carbs. And was that part of the plan for this week, or did you feel like, was this a response to what you felt like you needed to get done Thursday night?
No, like I said, Adam, I really feel like we've been able to stay on schedule as far as how we wanted to do things. Have fought the urge to be reactionary, and do things that maybe we hadn't really planned on doing, other than some little schedule changes and things like that. And like I said, that'll continue into this week. Again, we've been practicing that way here for a couple weeks. As far as ones, we've had the developmental sessions at the end of practice now. Today, again, just on a short week, we didn't want to push it too far. When you're running cards, everybody's getting a number of reps. So, no, I really feel like we're on schedule as far as the things we wanted to get done and accomplish. And now the next big step for us will be Thursday, and then we'll have some decisions to make and have to get ready for the regular season.
So then what's the plan for the game as far as how much work the ones get?
We have a plan. I'd rather not get into it fully, but I would say that our core guys will have a good amount of playing time. Again, according to how we laid things out this year. Maybe not the same as always been.
More than the typical 4th preseason game.
Yeah, again, I would say we've done it a number of different ways, through the years in the 4th game, and a lot of people do it one way, and again, through the years we've done it different ways. So I don't know that I can say that it'll be a ton different for us.
Do you think it's important to get your guys the taste of success out there on Thursday night, just so they realize they have? Because starting offense and spectacular.
Well, I said that when the last game ended. That. I'd like us to feel like we're making progress. But that being said, this week I felt like across the board was one of our best weeks, even though it was a short week. Really just a Sunday and a Monday heavy practice, and then today obviously in shells, but still a very productive practice in my mind. So those are successful days. Like I said, this started out with 47 days. We're winding down, and every day to me was just as important as the next. When you have that amount of time to really be ready to go. So that's kind of how we structured things, and I'd like to go make sure that we're making improvements. I feel like we've made improvements all along, all the way through the training camp and the preseason, and now I feel like we need to do that again. And And I think if we feel like we've made progress, then I'll feel good.
What have you liked best? What have you liked best about your team in preseason?
I like the way we've worked. You know, like I said, everybody's not privy to the workouts, but again, you know, we've had. I told them today we've had 38. You know, big workouts, not practices, workouts. And, you know, our off season is usually based on 40 workouts. So, you know, like I said, we're never going to make up lost time. You know, we're just dealing with the variables and the situation that we have and every other team in the NFL has. But that I think makes me feel good as a head coach that we've got 38 and 39, you know, counting today, they're in there lifting right now, 39 workouts in less days than that. So, you know, that's been lifts and runs, and then we've had some really productive practices. So I think that's kind of the balance that's been going on here that you know, like I said, that we as a staff have fought the urge to react too much one way or the other over certain days, you know, so to speak. So, you know, progress is the key, and the fact that we're getting, you know, this team has worked hard. You know, they're tired right now. You know, this like I said, feels like training camp. They're tired right now. They're not gonna, you know, I told them, you're not gonna feel a lot better than you feel right now, no matter, you know, how things go the rest of the way, because that's just the NFL. But they, you know, we'll have some time to recover here leading into September 11th, and they know that, and I think they've responded well to what's been asked of them.
Were the games considered a air quotes workout, if you will?
No. I'm talking workouts. I'm talking lifting, running, you know, sit-ups, push-ups, that kind of thing. Those are workouts. Practice is practice, games are games. So,
Coach, this game coming up, you always have evaluations because you've got to whittle down the roster before you head into the season. But with the way everything played out and the number of workouts and the way you've had to put so much into a short period of time, does this game become more important for evaluations for guys who you still have questions about, but you've got to make cuts for the roster coming up?
you know, I don't know if more important is the word, Karen. You know, I do think, though, that we have more to go on at this point. So as you get into, you know, the third, fourth game and these late practices, we know so much more about the players. Again, coming back to that being good on the evaluations. We know some of these players a lot better than we know other players. So, you know, that's the balance of trying to get, you know, trying to do what's best for your team, knowing that you're going to need young guys, you're going to need veteran guys, you're going to need in-between guys to be successful. One thing I forgot to add, we did, I don't know if you guys got the email, might have just gone out as I came up, but we put Ryan O'Callahan on injured reserve, and Todd Carter was released. So that gets us to 80.
How close are you to finding this 53? Are there guys that go into this game where it's kind of make or break, you know, this final few spots for them?
Yeah, you know, I would never put it just on the game, but I made it pretty clear to all of them at the start of the week that there was still a lot of competition going on in a number of different areas. You know, and some of those areas in the front line, some of those areas in the second core, and some of it even into the third. So they're well aware of that. So guys, I think, are working accordingly, and you know, and like I said, we're going to have some tough decisions to make, and to me, this year is going to be tougher than either of the previous 2 years.
Without O'Callahan now as a backup, you comfortable with where you are at those two tackle spots?
You know, I've been comfortable with Barry and Brandon. I'm getting more and more comfortable with Jared as he's come along physically, and you know, he's getting up to speed now. You know, made big progress this week. You know, like I told you in the last game, I was happy that, you know, he was even in there for kind of the plan we had for him, and now this week he's been able to build on it. So you know, I think we're all liking some things we're seeing out of him, so that's good.
If that's how you go into the regular season at those positions, you're okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, I reserve the right, as we always do, that if there's, you know, guys we think that fit with what we're trying to do and can create competition, you know, we'll be on it. And again, that's not discounting the guys that are here. You know, again, just as far as I'm thinking tackles, you know, I think some of our younger guys are more inside guys.
Can you play both sides, do you think?
Yeah, you know, he's done that. So, you know, that's the good thing we have. We have, bless you, we have 3 guys, and those 3 that have shown very good position flexibility. You know, so again, it is what it is right now. I'm just excited that that 71's making progress and getting better and getting up to speed.
Do you have any concerns about Wilja being available for the opener?
Bob, you're trying to lull me to sleep over there with the, you know, I'm going to just talk about the guys that are out there. You know, those guys are working hard that aren't to be out there as fast as they can. Nobody wants to be Wally Pipp. Thank you. Unless you're getting Googled 80 years later.